Okay, I guess my 2 tips would be, firstly, take every opportunity you possibly can. If it's voluntary work, if it's just travelling miles and miles to go and do 1 day of work experience, go and do it, because one, it'll bounce up your CV, and most importantly, you'll make contacts. My other tip would be kind of radio skills aren't just enough anymore. You've got to be able to do loads of web content stuff, loads of video, so really just take it all in. And with a fantastic facility like St Peter's, you've got access to all those things, so really do take the opportunity.
One of my top tips as a presenter would be to get your head around who you are as a brand, because you're not a person anymore, you're a brand. And really, if you can, try and get that down and narrow that down, and you'll probably start off with like a massive list of, well, I'm someone who really likes music, or I'm that friendly girl or guy that you chat to down the pub, or, you know, I'm funny, or whatever, and just narrow it down to the key points until you've got who you are as a brand in a sentence. And then you know that brand inside out then, and then just make sure that every time you open the microphone, whatever your link is, it is that brand.
Hello, this is John Myers. I'm Chief Exec of the Radio Academy. If there's one tip that you need to know if you're a presenter, it's this: stop waffling. When you're doing a link, the only thing that matters at the end of that link is what you say when you come out of it. Getting into it is easy, but you have to concentrate on how you get out of a link. If you think about that before you open your mouth, you become a much better presenter.
My top tip is to be as creative as possible. Radio is all about kind of engaging new audiences and thinking, you know, trying to engage that one person to make them listen to you over and over again. And being creative is that one thing. Thinking of new ideas, new packages, new features to go onto radio is what my job is. So, you know, be creative, always think of new ideas, learn, you know, always think about what your personal life is like as well. So, you know, you might see something out and about with your friends. That can be a topic in the next edition of your radio show. And that's the blessing thing about radio. It's about you and yourself talking to that one listener.
I came to Sunderland University about 6 years ago now. It was the second university I went to after leaving Manchester, and I've got a few tips to give anybody that really wants to make it into the media industry, whether it be radio, TV or in journalism. Basically right now I said the industry is so difficult, it's so hard and it's so tight. So if you want to get into the industry, first of all, you're going to have to take a million no's before you get a yes. That's exactly what I had to do. I kept trying and trying and trying. And if you really desperately want to get in, work experiences is the key to everything. So it's great the fact that you've got a degree from Sunderland University and you've worked really hard. But I would get involved with Spark, I'd get involved with all the TV shows that you do here. I'd get involved with website design, and I'd make sure you know everything, because right now I think even in radio, my job as a producer, I have to do website design, I have to make videos, I have to make audio, I have to make specials, I have to know how to interview artists, I have to plan meetings, I have to take part in meetings, so I have to do PowerPoint presentations, the list goes on. So my tips to you would be get as much experience as you can whilst you're here at university, get yourself a radio show, get a demo, learn about what genres of music you like, and then know the industry, know what radio stations and what TV stations you want to apply for, know that brand. So I work for Metro. Before I went for the job interview, I made sure I knew exactly who Metro Radio's target audience were. I knew a lot about Alan Robson. I grew up in the North East, so I knew the station quite well, but I've worked for other stations like Smooth Radio in London, the BBC in London, and it's basically just researching, and it's kind of been a little bit of an anorak. So if you want to work for a radio station, my biggest tip to you is listen to it really carefully, know the presenter, follow them on Twitter. Social media right now is fantastic because it means you can get right underneath the skin of anyone you want to be under.